Yeah, if
Like,
you don't mind, I'll just come out and say, and I mentioned it earlier, you look at last year as far as the injuries, offensive line was injured, offensive line was bad. Tim Patrick was injured, Cortland Sutton was injured, Jerry Jeudy got injured. So injuries, Russell Wilson himself dealt with multiple different injuries. Add on to that, as if that's not hard enough to overcome, Nathaniel Hackett had no idea what he was doing as a head coach. He was completely in over his head. He was lost. He was one of the worst rookie head coaches ever. The team was just in complete disarray from start to finish. Uh, that being said, I do think Russell Wilson is past his prime. I think he is on a downhill decline. He's not going to be ever back to Russell Wilson of the days of old, but I refuse to believe that Russell Wilson can play as bad as he did last year under Sean Payton and a competent coaching staff. Um, I don't think that Russ is beyond saving. I think it's pretty. It's you're a victim of last season, if you think that Russell Wilson is cooked. Like I don't think that he's cooked to say.
he might be cooked. There's like a very distinct possibility that he is in fact cooked.
But what do you like cooked as far as like
Well,
a bottom 10 quarterback or cooked as he's
maybe
just
like
not Russell Wilson that we know?
maybe a bottom 10 quarterback. Maybe a bottom 10.
No.
Maybe
No.
like last year he was 32, maybe lower. I feel like the
He
ceiling
was
for
not the worst quarterback in the league last
he
year.
absolutely was the worst quarterback in the league
No,
last
he
year,
was
dude.
not.
Yeah, he was, dude. Come
No,
on.
Mac
Like,
Jones was worse.
no, 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 no. I'd if you ask me right now if I'd rather take Mac Jones or Russell Wilson, I would take Mac Jones in a heartbeat.
See, and
No,
that's what I think people
no,
just
dude.
got so caught up in.
This is okay. Bradford left at the wrong time. This is delusion for both of us here. Because I'm with you, bro. I think he could come back. Like I think he can do
I
it. But
don't think
like,
he's going to be top 12 or top 10 definitely, but I think he's a league average
you
quarterback at
think
this
he's gonna
point.
be a top 15 NFL quarterback?
Yeah. I really do.
I just can't. I can't see a world in which that happens. I think 20 to like 25, which would be a massive improvement from last year, where again he was the worst starter in the league outside of maybe Zach Wilson. But honestly, like I think we're forgetting how bad Russell Wilson was last year,
Right,
dude.
he was bad, but
Like
like I said, there are
like
some
this is a
things that you
guy
do
that
have to take
literally
into consideration.
took like 30 sacks just from holding the ball forever.
Yeah.
Couldn't throw down the middle of the field, couldn't throw down the sides of the field, like threw picks almost at will. Had a control problem, like fumbled a lot. Like he was so bad last year, dude. Like
I will say I
I
do have
think
to throw out there, so I brought up, there's things that you have to take into consideration with injuries and coaching. There was a lot that Russell Wilson did himself, like missing open receivers.
yeah. Oh
He
my god.
definitely
He
was
missed
not.
more people that he had worse accuracy than Drew Lock. I mean, it
Yeah. I just think
60% per completion percentage. That's like when Josh Allen was bad numbers. Like look,
so I
like
think the biggest thing that we need to do is just we can't take anything seriously from last year. Like last season was just such an anomaly. Like we can't sit here and like try to project this season versus last season just because it was just such a train wreck.
it was a steep drop off. I mean, you look at here's just one stat that I really think encapsulated QBR right. The 3 years before last year, 106, 105, 103. Last year, 84. He really did like fall off a cliff. And it is just a matter of like, was that fall off a cliff like he is cooked, he is old, or was it Nathaniel Hackett and like all these contributing factors? I think that's the biggest question for them. But right now, I have to say, like, Russell Wilson is a below league average quarterback, and that's what I project him to be going into this year. I don't think he'll be a top 15 passer. I think a good year for Russell Wilson looks like he throws for about 4,000 yards, throws maybe like 20 touchdowns. He had 16 last year, and he limits interceptions to like 7. He had 11 last year.
Those are
Like,
definitely league average numbers.
but no, that's not in today's NFL. Absolutely not. Those are not league average numbers.
Oh yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 quarterbacks threw for 4,000 or more yards
No,
last year.
okay, let's 4,000 is probably that's dreaming. He was at 3,500. Let's say 300
So
yards more.
then
Let's say
1, 2,
3,800.
3, 4, 5 more. So that's 14 that threw for
Okay.
3,500. So that's still league average.
All right, maybe I can see your point. But still, I mean,
So you're telling me that Davis Mills was better than Russell Wilson or Mac Jones
Mac Jones
or
definitely was.
Ryan
Davis Mills was
Tannehill
not. Ryan
or
Tannehill was better than Russell Wilson.
Jimmy Garoppolo?
Not Jimmy G.
Ryan Tannehill threw for 2,500 yards.
Yeah.
13 and
Ryan
6.
Tannehill did have
He was not better than Russell Wilson. I think you're into the point where it's like, I get that it was frustrating and disappointing, but I do think, I don't know, and I get a little optimistic at times, but I don't think that there are 10 quarterbacks worse. Excuse me. There are definitely 10 quarterbacks worse than Russell Wilson right now.